Let's refocus this back. You guys are lost. No, we're not lost.
Out of the frying pan into the dumpster fire.
Pretty much. Lord's about to come here and fuss about this British accent. No, you're not, ma'am. Not today. look at the Holy Spirit blocking that connection.
Yeah. Hello.
Lord is just spinning. Re-request.
Who, me?
No, not you, but you're good. You're good. That's it. I'm talking about Lord. Lord, re-request.
Man, I'm seeing y'all talk about Idris going to conversion therapy down there. What the hell's going on?
What?
Rhea down there converting for Idris.
Yo,
hello? Listen.
y'all are wild.
Idris. Listen. Anyways, where Lord said. What, Lord? Don't say nothing like Idris now. Move around about Idris now.
I didn't say anything about this man. I didn't say anything about that man.
What were you about to say?
I'm just not a British accent. Because British remind me of Oliver Twist, and everybody was poor. So I don't fuck with him. Remember Oliver Twist? I don't know. It's some old, it's some old Wuthering Heights.
Oh, Lord, you're breaking up. Where are you at?
You're down to one bar, Lords.
And no comments. Y'all really leaving me by myself? I mean, not by myself. I have a lovely panel here, but like...
I was like, damn.
I'm talking about the comment people. I can't say comment cousins because that's stolen property is in the man. But, hey, we all cousins around here.
Yeah, you can always... What you mean?
Oh, listen, I caught myself calling my son a little big dog the other day. And, we were joking, but then I realized why, like, where I say big dog at the most, and I was like, yo, I gotta apologize. I shouldn't have called you.
Nah, let it take over the world. Let it take over the fucking world. I gotta start making merch, bro.
Shout out to me for creating it for real.
Yeah, let me go ahead and trademark that shit. Like, let's get it out there. Let's push it. Because the kids need to know. The kids need to
be able to say Nick Nog. Yeah.
Like, it needs to be a thing. Niggatry, all that shit.
Nigacity.
Nigacity, just. I'm sorry.
Guess who? Has your God forgotten his word? 300K to get the comments back. Y'all hurry up.
30K, let's do it.
Actually, Zena, that would be kind of like a really, it's like a double whammy because it would also give a whole bunch of white people other words they can't use that would just piss them off.
Can't say that either. Don't let me know.
Y'all take everything. So I guarantee, just like the redheads ruined the whole red velvet shit, one of y'all gonna ruin it. But you know what? Caucasity. And it'll start making shirts. It's all fine. It comes around like a hula hoop, like Wayne said.
Because I can just like the comments now when you start displaying that merch, people will be like, well, I'm not allowed to say that.
It's only really a problem around Christmas.
Yikes. Not during Black History Year.
Black History Year.
Black History Year. I'm reclaiming everything. I don't give a fuck.
I love it. Yeah.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Has your God forgotten his word?
Oh, no. Of course not. That's ridiculous. No.
You think so?
No, I know so.
But are you a Christian?
Of course I am.
You pay tithes?
Excuse me?
Do you pay tithes as an offering?
No.
Oh, well, that's how you're fucked.
What do you mean by tithes and offerings?
You pay your tithes and offerings.
All right, let's start with the word tithes. What does tithes mean to you?
Oh, my God. We only been talking about this shit all day. You want to give me
you asked the question, though. I ain't even come up to talk about tithes.
Yes,
but since you asking...
Pay your 10%?
10% of what?
Nothing, apparently.
All right, thank you. Let's not talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, don't bring it up.
Do you work? Guess who?
Oh, my goodness. That's not tithes. So, in other words, you're saying tithes is money. My contention
10%
is
into
the Bible. The Bible is not tithes is not money.
Let me
1/10
promise
of
you what
annual
you're about to
produce
give a
or
fuck
earnings.
about.
Thank
No
you,
one
Matt.
asked you for 10% of your time, 10% of your
No,
love,
I ain't.
10%
It's
of your
not money.
thoughts.
That's my.
Nobody asked you about 10% of shit. The
All
church
right then. So what
asks
the
you,
freak is you
do you
talking
pay
about?
tithes to church? That's the understanding, right? Either way, the Bible talking about tithes says, bring all the tithes into the storehouse and there be meat in my house, right? We understand what fear of the famine.
Oh. What was the number for the comments while we're waiting for Christina to come back?
300.
Sorry, he will open up the windows of heaven. He will open up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, so much so that y'all won't have room enough to receive it. Why is it that there are so many Christian, majority of Christians across the globe are living beneath the poverty line?
Well, that's a whole nother topic. But what I'm saying to you is tithing is not money.
It's the topic.
No,
not a whole other topic.
It's the topic that's not equated to tithing. Okay, tithing is not money. So a lot of people, even Christians,
You will
been deceived.
open up the windows of heaven. So there's a lot of people doing something they ain't got no business doing. Now, whether they understand it in their finance,
Yeah, well, they've been deceived.
right?
Unfortunately,
they're still doing to the best of their ability what they know to do with those tithes and offerings, right? Taking them into the storehouse. Now, your almighty God, your all-powerful God, who's a lot smarter than these finite beings who are doing what they believe is according to his word, right? And since he hasn't come down to correct anybody or anything, right? We're going to go with the fact that they're paying their tithes to the church. They're going and offering their time and doing whatever else. Why isn't he keeping his end?
all right, let me answer your question. According to the word and according to the Bible, tithe is not money. Now, unfortunately, a lot of so-called fake pastors and fake teachers.
What is a tithe?
Hold on. So fake pastors, teachers are not teaching.
I want to know what we're talking about. What is a tithe?
A tithe is a 10% of cattle, produce, and things that you got of the land of your substance of cattle and animals. It has nothing to do with money.
To buy things, right? Didn't they trade cattle? Like, didn't they?
But it has nothing to do with money.
1/10 of annual produce or
Thank you, Mac. At least Mac know.
Of annual produce.
Yeah, not money.
Earnings.
It's not money though.
Do you earn cattle when you go to work? Does your boss give you a bull or
oh my God,
a she-ass on your way out?
Okay, all right. I really wanted to piggyback on what the brother Dion was saying, how he mentioned only how Christ.
No, he's not here.
Yeah, but no. I'm just saying what y'all
guy who
said.
couldn't stop lying.
You said he was lying. Y'all said he was lying.
You're not going to
Absolutely
piggyback
lying.
on what he said. He's not here.
Repeatedly.
He didn't lie at all. He just, the only thing he got mistaken was the tradition of men. And I came to help him out, but y'all dropped him.
For men.
Yeah,
No,
It's a man. That's the manly thing to do in 2025.
Well, he got that wrong. He made a mistake.
He's not even on.
So when Jeff walked him by the hand,
and you still washing his feet.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do.
yeah, when Jeff walked him by the hand, showed him
You supposed to wash his
exactly.
feet?
Yeah, we supposed to do that. Wash each other's feet.
Let's go on.
I want you to go look up what that means, and when you do one day, like just
Y'all all over
you
the place.
inbox me, you let me know, okay?
I was going to speed past that, but since we're here. Look, guess what? We're going to go on a biblical journey, you and I. In Genesis 28, verses 20 through 22, I think. Jacob makes a vow. Do you know that vow?
No, read it.
If God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me the bread to eat and the clothing to wear, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God, and this stone which I have set up for a pillar shall be God's house. And of all that you give me, I will surely give 1/10 to you. What does that mean to you?
It means exactly what it says.
All right.
In the context of what it's saying.
So out
Yeah.
of everything, right?
Yeah. Can you read what he gave him?
Does it matter what he gave him?
Thank you very much. That's what I thought.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But does
Yeah,
it matter
you're
what
welcome
he
too.
gave him?
Thank you though. Thank you.
Hold on. Guess who? What does all mean?
Brother, all means all.
Okay, good. So it doesn't matter what he gave him.
All right, can you read what he gave him?
He's going to give 10%,
Can you read all of what he gave him?
That's the end of the chapter.
All right,
Out
well,
of
then,
everything,
is there any other chapters that says what he
I
gave
don't know
him?
if you have trouble understanding. If he gave him a raspberry, what's he supposed to do with that raspberry?
Hey, if was the fifth, we all be drunk. But
I don't give a damn about none of that.
All right, and neither do I.
If he gives him, Listen. The vow is for all. Was Jacob psychic?
Are you? No, he wasn't
psychic.
psychic.
I'm not in the Bible. Was Jacob psychic?
What kind of question
is not capable of
this has no. All right, no, he wasn't.
He's just dumb. Cool.
Yeah, I know. I could be. I'm all of that. I'm all of that. I'm all of that.
He's not going to engage. He's going to ask you dumb questions like, "Are you?" You know.
He's asking me if Jacob was a psychic, knowing he's not a psychic. No, he's not.
No,
so
he's
you didn't know what God was doing.
You didn't know.
Yeah, so the reason I'm asking you, guess who, is because
it's the reason he's asking you. Stop being so silly.
Yeah, you don't know.
Jacob at the time.
It don't matter the reason.
Guess who? You're gonna get confused if you keep talking. The reason I'm asking you is because at the time he made that vow, at the time Jacob made that vow, he didn't know what God was going to give him. He said, anything you give me, I'll give you 10%.
What's your point, sir?
So that includes everything.
What's your point?
My point is, you said it doesn't include money.
I didn't say it don't include money when it comes to that. I said tithing is not money.
No, you're cool. So all tithes from the land, Leviticus 27, whether the seed from the ground or the fruit from the tree are the Lord's, they are holy to the Lord. If persons wish to redeem any of their tithes, they must add 1/5 to them.
There you
all
go.
Tithes of herd and flock, every 10th one that passes under the shepherd's staff shall be holy to the Lord. Let no one inquire whether it is good or bad, or make substitution for it. If one makes substitution for it, then both it and the substitute shall be holy and cannot be redeemed.
There you go. Now,
plants and vegetables and livestock. Right?
Can I ask you a question? Does any of that say money?
That one doesn't say money. No.
No. Does any of what you just read says money?
In Leviticus? No.
Yeah, in Leviticus. That's where you get the definition of tithing from anyway. But I'm just coming to put some paint where it ain't. Say what most can't.
Hold on.
So
that's not the only. Listen, do you think that's the only place?
No, I know it's not the only place, but that's where it identifies. Hold on. That's where it identifies what tithing is. I know. I asked you.
Guess who?
No, I just asked you. Did it says is that? And he said money. I just asked you. Did any of that says money, sir? None of that says money. Yeah, she's caught up on my vernacular, which is spectacular. Yeah, it's not. It says I came to put some paint. No, put some paint where it ain't, and say what y'all just came. Nah, that's not how it go, baby. If you're gonna say it, say it right.
I'm gonna put some paint in the paint.
Yeah, all right, come on, brother. All right, brother. I'm gonna have an intelligent conversation with you. All right, if you can, me and you could go on a journey. You could silence everybody else. That would be cool.
Hey, wait.
Thank you.
Now we're in Deuteronomy 14. Okay.
Come on, brother.
Verse 22. Set apart a tithe of all the yield of your seed.
All the yield of your seed.
Yearly, stop talking.
Brother.
Brought in yearly, stop talking. They're going to mute you. That's why I'm telling you to stop talking. That is brought in yearly from the field, in the presence of the Lord your God, in the place that he will choose as a dwelling for his name. You shall eat the tithe of your grain, your wine, and your oil, as well as the firstlings of your herd and flock, so that you may learn to fear the Lord your God always. But if, when the Lord your God has blessed you, the distance is so great that you are unable to transport it, because the place where the Lord your God will choose to set his name is too far away from you, then you may turn it into money.
Can you read that part again?
Yes, I can read it. But if, when the Lord your God has blessed you, the distance is so great that you are unable to transport it, because the place where the Lord your God will choose to set his name is too far away from you, then you may turn it into money.
All right, now may I speak?
Just answer this question.
No, let me speak, and then I'll answer your.
No.
All right, ask your question.
No, I have a question.
All right, ask your question.
The question is, does that mention money?
You brother, come on, man. Now, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question. It does. Hold on. Let me answer it.
Look, I don't want you to say anything except.
Brother, let me answer it. Yes.
No.
I just said yes. Period.
Okay, it does mention money.
All right.
So a tithe
yes.
can be money?
You got to be kidding me, bro.
So a tithe can be money?
So what did you just read? Can you read that part again?
Can a tithe be money, yes or no?
No. It could be turned into, you could change it into money. Money is money. Tithe is not money.
What are you doing with that money?
Let me ask you a question. If I have a watch and I sold it for money, is watch money? Can I go to the store? Can I go to the store and buy groceries with my watch? This is ridiculous, man. Y'all. Okay, you're right, brother.
I did not say it's livestock money.
All right. You're right, brother. Whatever you're saying, you're correct.
No, I'm asking you. If you want.
All right, but if you want to be, you gotta be honest, brother. If you want me to be honest, but you gotta be honest.
Hey, paint where it ain't.
No, I'm putting paint where it ain't.
I don't know why you're talking right now.
Oh my God!
When I read Leviticus, and by the way, Leviticus does mention money because when they say add a fifth to it, that's talking to the value of the item if you want to redeem it. But I played along with your stupid game. You said
you're
that
stupid
say money?
though,
and I said no. But then when I want to play my game, you suddenly turn into like some dishonest mess. What's up with that?
All right, can I speak now? All right, listen. It does says money. Now, it never said tithe is money. That's my point.
Yes, it does.
All right, okay, brother, you're right. Now we can move on to something else. We can move on to something else.
Now,
that's ridiculous, but that's
yeah. I don't know why you're talking while I'm talking.
Brother, I don't know when you stop or start, bro. You interrupted me.
You'll know because I stopped talking. I don't know if it's hard for you to identify.
When
my voice carries. You're doing it right now.
Go ahead, brother, because I know you on this platform. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Didn't teach you how conversations work.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
When you say go ahead, you're still talking. All right. So, Christina's question. The people that aren't tithing, why aren't they getting what it says in Malachi?
All right. Now, let me answer that again. Tithing is not money.
I don't care about none of that.
All right. Well, you're asking me. You're asking me.
About tithing. Stop.
You're asking me.
Somebody mute him. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to ask the question again. I don't care about what you think tithes are or aren't. Clearly, people in the Christian community are not all shepherds and farmers. So whatever it is that they have, that they are tithing, they are not getting the stuff that they get in that is listed in Malachi. Even the ones in Africa that are shepherds and farmers and all of that, when they do their tithes, they aren't getting what it says in Malachi. So for whatever you think a tithe is, the question is as follows. Why aren't people getting what it says they're going to get in Malachi?
Oh, so now, all right. So let me go to what she's saying in Malachi, where he will open up the windows of heaven, that he will pour out a blessing or whatever. And under the Christian theology or deception, they're saying that they're paying their tithes of 10% every week, gross of their check, and expecting to get this open up the windows of blessing, which they're not able to receive. You also mentioned people in Africa that are shepherds and all of that, and open up a blessing or whatever. My question to you, sir, is how do you know if the people that are actually giving the authentic tithe in Africa that are shepherds and landowners, how do you know they're not receiving that blessing? But I can tell you why.
They're still in poverty.
How are they landowners and living in poverty?
Because I've talked to
They're
them.
still in poverty.
Is that a real question?
All right, never mind. Y'all gonna be right no matter what.
So wait a minute. So
Y'all
are
gonna
you
be
saying
right
that
no
they
matter
can't?
what. That's fine.
So
That's
are you
fine.
saying that they can't get these blessings unless the tithing that they're doing is livestock and animals? If they tithe money, then they can't get these blessings. The tithing has to be sheep and cows and chickens and stuff like that.
All right, let me answer. Here's my answer. Malachi is talking about tithing and bringing things to the storehouse. If they are this is what is in the contextually. So if they are doing that, this is where he said, "Try me and see if I don't pour you out a blessing." No. Where he said, "I will open up and rebuke the devourer." Devourer means the devouring whatever is devouring the crops. No, I didn't mean to skip. I came back.
So you're saying that the people that have been tithing money this whole time weren't getting these blessings because it's money they're using instead of cows and chickens.
We're talking about Malachi, and Malachi is dealing with them bringing the tithes and things into the storehouse, meaning they don't do it every week. They do it when the crops and harvest time.
No, I know, but I'm asking you, unless what you're saying is that unless they have something to put in the storehouse, then they're not going to get these blessings.
Well, the blessing is according to what they're doing. So if they did do those things, he's going to continue to bless their land, their seed, and their cattle. But if they're not in,
can I ask you a question?
And hold on, let me finish.
What
represents
this storehouse now?
This is the children of Israel dwelling in their own land.
No, but we're talking about now. So what represents the storehouse now? Where would people bring these cows?
The children of Israel are not in their land, so there is no storehouse.
Sir, I'm asking, where would people bring these cow and chickens? Y'all remember cow and chicken? Where would people bring these cows?
Okay, ma'am. If you're asking that for today or back then?
No, we're talking about today.
All right, I just had to clarify. You don't got to get excited. So so I already answered you. There is no storehouse because the children of Israel are not in their land. There is no storehouse to bring those cattle and things to, because they have been.
So today.
I wish I could answer.
Wait a minute.
You keep cutting me off.
Answer my question.
I answered your question.
So to Christina's point, right?
I answered hers.
They're not.
There is no storehouse.
They're not getting blessed because they're not in their land, and so because of that, they can't bring things to the storehouse.
No,
so they're not getting blessed.
No, you don't understand. What it's talking about in Malachi, it's talking about God opening up the windows of heaven, meaning letting the rain come down on the land to give them even a greater produce. It don't have nothing to do with. It has everything to do with that in that time and in that land. Today there is no storehouse. Hold on, see, that's what I mean. You can't. Today there is no storehouse.
Do you know what subsistence farming is?
So has God forgotten His word? Then, if there's no storehouse, has He forgotten His word?
How can He forget His word if there's no storehouse?
Do you know?
If you don't have no storehouse to bring anything to, how can He perform it? There is no storehouse.
They have storehouses, but listen, do you know what subsistence farming is?
No, what is that?
That's when you farm primarily for yourself, like your own consumption. You're not selling the food. You're farming it so that you can consume it.
Okay.
They do that in a lot of places in Africa, Nigeria, Zambia, those places.
Okay.
A large percentage of those people are Christian and bring 10% of their stuff to the storehouse. The purpose of this, according to Deuteronomy, is to feed the poor, people who are poorer than them. But they are still living in abject poverty. They don't get blessed with rain. They don't get blessed with anything. They do labor, and their labor is over intensive so that they can reap what they have. and they don't get delivered anything in overabundance. So now
So
I've
you're
delivered that to you. I can show you several studies of prosperity gospels in Nigeria where that doesn't happen.
because they're
And
not
so
preaching that.
Now that you've run out of runway,
That is
and
not
you've run out of
runway.
these
You ain't give me
excuses,
none. That has
why
nothing to do with
doesn't
it.
happen?
All right, let me tell you why it doesn't happen. First of all, this promise and this blessing was for at the time of when the children of Israel were in their own land. They are in the diaspora and they've been dispersed. So no, they're not going to be able to have a storehouse specifically for them.
Lord, you ever seen one of them fake kung fu masters that tells you if you wave your hands around, you can knock somebody out?
Yeah.
And then when it don't happen, here come the excuses, right? Like, you didn't do it just right, but then you say you do it, and they do it. Well, my toe was a little off. That's this dude.
Yeah, that's yeah, but you
don't
even know what you're talking
my other
about.
Question would also be, right, if the God knew that these people were one day not going to be in their land and not have a storehouse, why would he even make that kind of promise?
He made the promise at that time when they were, man.
He's all knowing.
All right, but you're asking that question about a time when they were in their land. Of course.
But why would he make that kind of promise?
Let me tell you how I know
they weren't going to be in their
You
land?
don't know nothing,
Let me tell you
brother.
how I know you're a liar.
You are a liar. You're a fat liar at
I
that.
haven't said anything.
I said if he
Yeah, I know,
I
know, brother.
I said if he knew
You ain't
they
gotta
weren't
add no
gonna be in
ad
their
hominems,
land,
brother.
Guess who? Guess who? I said if he knew that, if God knew that,
Yeah.
why would he make that kind of promise?
What do you mean if he knew it? What do you mean if
This is
he?
an accusation.
What do you
The only
mean?
thing that I've done, guess, just stop.
No,
stop talking.
she asked me a question. I don't know who I'm talking
I don't care
to.
about that. I'm going to tell you how I know you're a liar.
You are a liar, though.
Yeah, that's right. I am a liar.
We know this. Come on with it, brother.
Stop talking, bro.
Stop talking, bro. All right, I will.
Good.
Good.
So now,
It's a 75-year-old child.
the reason I know you're a liar is because, and by the way, I'm a liar too, because all I've done
We
is
know
read the
that.
Bible to you, and that's a book of lies. But that's fine. You're a liar because when we said, why doesn't it happen? The first thing you said is because the people are tithing wrong. You didn't say this was for the people back then. You said people are tithing wrong. Then
I
when
did
we
not
showed you
say that.
Tithe could be money. You're
I
like,
did
well,
not
no,
say
no,
that.
it's not money.
You're a
And
liar.
then when we showed you people that are tithing correctly and still not receiving the blessing, all of a sudden, why didn't you start by saying that blessing isn't for now? Because you're a liar.
Can I answer that? First of all, I was getting cut off, and no, I never said what you said. So you're a liar. I never said that.
No, you did say that.
You're a liar. Hold on, look. Every time I talk, this is the reason why you don't know what I said, because y'all keep telling me to be quiet.
Okay, you're fine. Look, let me.
All right, then. Well, let me finish talking, man.
Did you say? I just want to see. I just
do
want to
this.
let you know what I heard.
Look, I know you just told me what you
I don't
heard.
know why the fuck you're talking right now, bro?
Man,
Stop
you a
talking.
punk, man.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a punk.
Yeah, I know you
You're
are.
still a liar. Did you say that people are taking the gross from their check and tithing it every week and expecting to get a blessing?
All right,
Was that you
can
or
I
was that
answer
somebody
that?
else?
Can I answer that?
No. Just say yes or no. Was
No,
that
don't
you
tell
or
me
was
where
that
to
somebody
answer.
else?
Yes, I did. So what?
Okay, good. So you are saying they're tithing wrong. You
Brother,
moron.
what's wrong with you, man? Do you know how to listen, bro?
You're an idiot.
You are an idiot. You a fat idiot at that, man. And it's not cool.
Yo,
Hey, look at my pictures, baby. Look at my pictures, baby.
listen,
You need to take another look.
Hey, do you know the name?
Take another look,
Do
baby.
you know the name of that martial art?
What is it?
It's called Bullshido.
Yo, Mac, you a buster.
This is the problem with you guys. Is that
Yeah,
you're
you are.
actually worse than
No,
anybody
my
else
problem
I'm
is
talking
you.
to. Because you don't believe any of this shit.
No, you don't. You don't believe it. You don't believe it.
Yo, you know how dumb he is?
Yo, this good. Look, you know how dumb he is. Look, you don't know what you talking about. You all in the book. You don't know what you talk. I do believe it. First of all, he's not talking about money. Tithing is not money. Tithing is not money. Tithing is not money, brother. Tithing is not money. Tithing is not money. And chick, your breath stink through the phone. You need to mute your mouth. You need to. Your breath stink, bro.
The
I have
reason
the.
why I said
Hey, sir,
is because your mama was thinking I've been eating it all night.
sir. I'm not talking to you, sir.
Your
I'm
mama
talking to you,
was
sir.
thinking I've been eating it
I'm
all
not
night. That's
talking to you,
why.
Wait,
sir.
who you saying sir to?
I'm talking to that She-Ra over there who thinks she's a man. She not no man.
You calling a black woman a man?
She's acting like one.
Yo, listen, bro. Listen.
What you gonna do about it though? What would you do about it? Nothing. All y'all gonna do is drop me like you always do. All y'all gonna do is drop me like you always do. I'm used to that.
We see you.
Yeah, no, you don't see. You look at my pictures. Look at my pictures.
We know you niggas love dick.
Look at my pictures.
We know you,
bro. You a punk. You would never say none of this to my face, bro. Because you know I'll smack the dog shit out of you. I would smack the shit out of you. You wouldn't do none of this.
We're not gonna intentionally fuck up Christina's shit, right?
Most black men don't like their mothers because they stayed with those terrible niggas. And so now, they got to take it out on somebody. Most black men don't like
Christina, you killing me with them beefs.
Hey, can y'all tell Kevin the Stallion to be quiet? Kevin the Stallion, chill out, man. We ain't talking to you.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This how you know. Just come out the closet, bro. We'll embrace.
Bro, you need to come out the closet, man.
We will embrace.
Brother, don't know about everybody that believe in it. Yeah, thank you.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here. TikTok shop is absolutely amazing.
They got the best ramen, Christina. Did you know that?
No, I want
Bitch
some
ass
ramen.
nigga.
You could get the best ramen on
Pussy.
TikTok for low value. Low
Ramen,
cost.
too.
On
I
the
spend
low low.
too much money on ramen. I should probably start making it myself, huh? I probably could.
Creative flavors and all that.
Ooh. Somebody send me the
You
link.
know what the TikTok shop won't do?
What?
Call a black woman a man.
And won't? Not the TikTok shop.
She calls herself a man, sir.
TikTok shop will not call a black woman a man.
Send me your favorite TikTok shop ramen to my DM or to the Discord. I want to see. I'm about to order something. Guess who? You said you were a Christian. I can never tell. Sometimes he a Christian, sometimes he not. Are you a Christian? Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong Christian.
Listen. I believe I'm pre-Constantinian Christian. I don't believe in a lot of things like tithing. Like tithing is money.
I got you. He's a pre-Constantinian Christian.
Yeah.
With eggplant emoji wallpaper in his
Yeah,
bed.
we know.
Somebody said that the God on the screen got a ramen.
You don't even know what that means, brother. That's too intelligent of a conversation for you. He want to reduce it to ad hominems, but we could go there. So, you can't out-roast me anyway. But the thing is, no. Hey, Brorilla, chill, bro. Hey, Cleonce, chill, bro. Ain't nobody talking to you. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We know. Yeah, we know.
Not the man who makes it start.
Yeah, we know.
I can't out-roast you.
Yeah, your cheeks clap though. How does a man cheeks clap? Yeah, your cheeks be clap. Yeah, that's what you be doing. I saw you in the video. You got a video on your page right now, clapping your cheeks, bro. What's wrong with you? A man is not to be wearing that which pertains to a woman. You can't wear that which pertains to a woman, man.
No pause, no Diddy,
Hey, you can't wear that which pertains to a woman, sir. You did that though. You have a video doing that. You have a video doing that.
They can't come out the closet themselves, so they mad at everybody else.
Yeah, I know.
You're talking about a grown man cheeks clapping.
You know why they
Another
homophobic?
man.
You know why they homophobic? Because they got
they
people
hate
like
themselves.
they got people like who do gold who's actually fabulous and can get everybody, and he don't leave none for them.
Yeah.
That's why they stick in their closet.
Look. They so
clapping, bro.
It's crazy work.
Like you bruh.
Yo, that's crazy
A
work.
man is not supposed
This
to
is why
have
I
his.
love Dugal, 'cause
A man
he
is
don't need
a man is not supposed to do that.
weight.
Y'all scared.
None. And instead of you just coming out saying, I love it when you call me Big Mappa, no, you're not gonna do that.
Here's the thing, Jeff. Why do you think on TikTok they say clapping and stopping? Or tapping and clapping?
Exactly.
What do y'all want, man?
Exactly, Sarah. He said that in broad daylight in front of 313 people. He liked to see the cheeks clap from the man.
Just stop lying on God. That's all. Stop lying on God, yo. Stop lying on God.
You don't want to take it to the claps,
Stop lying on God, man.
You the one that took it to the cheek clapping. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to take it there.
That's what he do, man.
Look, Tiff Biz said you mind them Jeff cheeks.
Stop lying on God.
Hey, who minding your cheeks?
Are we? Let's have a regular conversation, please.
Guess you.
Can we have a regular conversation, please?
Guess you. No, nigga, you brought it to the cheeks clapping. It's late.
Man, y'all
it's
love that though.
That's what we talk about. We
Nah,
talk about
man.
why you like to see
Tithing is not money, sir. Tithing is not money, sir. So why? That's why they're not receiving the blessing, because tithing is not money.
He said it. Schemes. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. He the one that said he wasn't Jeff cheeks.
Tithing is not money. So God has not forgotten his word. Tithing is not money.
Why you mad at us, Schemes? He said. You mad because we ain't mad. If he won't see that man.
Y'all are mad because y'all know that man be getting his cheeks clapped.
Let him clap.
Y'all are mad.
Let him clap.
Y'all admonish men to have their cheeks clapped. Y'all love that.
No,
hey, no, the only one up on this panel that love that is me.
I know that, but they love you. They love you. They love you. They love you, Dugal. Dugal, you're not supposed to have your cheeks clapped. If they loved you, they would tell you that. They would tell you that. They not your friends, Dugal. They not your friends, bro. They not your friends, bro.
We don't judge.
They supposed to tell you not to do that. They're not your friends, man.
I don't even know what he's saying to me. So
Yeah, but Dugal, they not your friends. They supposed to tell you. They supposed to tell you that it's against the laws of God to have your cheeks clapped.
I don't give a fuck what's against the law of your God. Your God ain't
Exactly.
It's your God too, bro.
He ain't my God.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That motherfucker up there. Look.
He is your God too. He made you. He made all of us. He made all of y'all.
Shake that ass.
He made all of y'all.
Shake that ass.
And he made you, Dugal. Don't let them lie to you. He made you. He made you, Dugal. And if they was your friends, they would tell you not to do that. You're not supposed to have your cheeks clapped, sir.
Don't nobody care about what your God think.
That's your God too. Brother, he is your God, bro. How is he not your God?
He ain't got because you can't prove him fucking real outside your own brain.
He created you. That's how you know he's your God, bro.
He's not my fucking God until you can prove he exists.
He created you.
He did not create me.
Who in the world created you, Dugal? He created everybody on this panel.
I was created because my parents...
He created everybody on this panel, sir.
You know what else he created? He created that video that you be watching them niggas.
No, he created... No, man created that. He didn't create that.
That algorithm.
He didn't even create this weird thought that y'all got, that God don't exist.
Ever since he found out that it's me who likes to ass clapping, he has been...
Yeah, because I'm trying to help you, sir. I'm trying to help you, for real. You need to chill with that.
God made them ass cheeks. He made them ass cheeks, so thank God. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Wow. All right, never mind. Hey, bro. Brother, don't do that, man. Stop doing that.
Guess where he put my G-spot? Right up in it. Right the fuck up in it.
Bro, he did not do that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Your God getting his ass clapped too.
Man, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong for talking about God the way y'all do, man.
Because all I'm saying is,
Start talking about God that way.
all I'm saying is, as an old hoe, a lot of straight
She is not. Don't no man want that woman.
A lot of straight men.
Don't nobody.
That's where their G spot
She's part of the LGBTQ.
I'm gonna say this as calm as I can. Y'all know I love a good roast, and I thought we was gonna do a good roast. He killed me with that. Like,
yeah, I did. You like that one, don't you? You like that one. You like that one. Hey, you like that? You like that one, Jeff? Jeff, because you know you be getting your cheese clapped. This dude.
I don't understand how they do that.
Hey, this dude loved it, man.
Depression. They repressing
You can't roast with me, bro.
Really over there thinking about clapping cheeks and
you can't roast with me, bro.
Exactly.
Bro, you can't roast. You will get flamed. You will get flamed, Jeff. Hey, me and you, Jeff, we could go off of this, and me and you could go back and forth. Me and you could go back and forth, Jeff. You can't win with me, sir.
Guess who is Big Frida, the anaconda?
Look. Hey, your name is
Big Frida.
Hey, your name is Cleonce. This dude professing to be a man. Hey, look, she more handsome than me. She more handsome than me. Yo, she more handsome than me. Cause it's funny, that's why. She more handsome than me. She more handsome than me. Look, sir. Look. It's not okay for a woman. It's not okay for a woman to have an Adam's apple like you do.
Oh, guess who's so mad?
No, I'm not mad at all. I love y'all, man. But y'all need to stop talking about God that way. Just stop talking about God that way. That's all.
We'll never talk.
Yeah, start to look. Keep your foul mouth closed, sir. Hey, Mr. Sister. Sister Mister.
I'm not believing in the slave master's religion. Okay?
Hey, you female Jezebel.
If you still want to hold on to some chains and let
brother,
it like that,
hey, sister, that's not change. That's not change.
That is not what our ancestors. Our ancestors was over there minding their own motherfucking business.
Yeah, our ancestors was believing in God. They weren't. They believe in God.
People's a day in their motherfucking life. And here you over here trying to sit there and say something.
Yeah, why are you talking about God like that? If you don't want to believe him, just leave him alone.
But I prefer not to go down that road. My ancestors are doing their own.
Hey, guess who gave you that right, though? God did. Guess who gave you that privilege? God did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
If you want to stay
first of all, God created you. God created you. God created you. Spicy. God created you too. God created you too. No, I'm already convinced, baby. I'm trying to convince you. I already know God exists. Y'all don't know. Y'all acting like y'all. Hold on, let me say this. The reason why y'all don't want to believe in God, because you want to do what you want to do. That's the reason why. Just keep it real. Just keep it real. The reason why you don't want to believe. Look. The reason why you don't. Yeah, you could say that, but that's not true.
You look like his baseball caps cover his ears. What is going on with you, bro?
The anaconda.
Brother.
So we don't get Christina taken down, because we
all y'all do is take me down. I don't care. Y'all do that all the time when I come in, because you don't want to hear the truth. Just stop talking about God that way. That's all. Go about your business. Y'all don't talk about Allah that way. You don't talk about Allah that way.
She's not talking to you. She said Christina, you jackmouth. She said Christina.
What is a jackmouth? Come on, man. What is a jackmouth, man?
You and your mama.
Oh, yes. Listen to Duke.
Christina, you about to get this line taken.
Hey, everybody, I think Christina wants to talk.
Hey, it sounds like we're having a grand old time here. I know how this live can get. I know it's hitting for, but I am trying to continue my TikTok journey. If we can just keep that going, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, so y'all know how people are. Y'all know the things that people use. Let's try
Christina.
What's up, Jay?
Can you tell that man my eyes are up here?
Don't be fresh. Don't be fresh. Guess who? Where are we at with the topic though? Guess who? How far have we gone from the topic?
I was trying to stay on top. I was trying to stay on topic. Look, you asked me a question, and look, you look. You asked me a question. Yeah, they loved. Look, they love this. They love this. Look. Hey, put your pit bull back on. Put that pit bull back on the chain, man.
Let's go down that vein. Guess who? You want to have a chat with me for a hot
Yeah, I want to talk to just you, cause I don't want to talk to nobody else. These people are retarded.
That's how I run my panel, beloved, and you know.
All right, I know that. But if they gonna say something to me,
really quickly, because you're really hell bent on this idea that someone created us. Do you think that someone creating something that is sentient gives them the right to unalive that thing, that sentient thing? Because you talk about humanity as if humanity are like T-shirts or projects or like like something somebody did in like, I don't know, robotics club or some shit. Like, I built it, I could break it. God created you. Does that give this God, even that's granted, right? Okay, cool. God created. Does that give this God the right to unalive and treat people like shit and abuse them and horrify them and treat them horribly?
All right, well, let me establish something. First of all, I never presented his creation as pieces of trash or anything like that. No, when he made all of mankind, he said it was good, and he wants us to be good. Now, no, so it doesn't. He doesn't prefer to treat you like trash. Where does it say that? And that's inaccurate. He just wants to.
I'm not an Israelite, so I would be the dog he's referring to.
No, that was a metaphor when he was talking to the Phoenician woman. That he wasn't degrading her. He was basically giving an example of, you wouldn't give your children's bread to dogs first. Meaning, he came for the children of Israel. He didn't really necessarily call them the dog. He's saying you won't give it to something of your own first before I give it to y'all. But guess what? Did that woman not receive a blessing? Yes, she did. So what do y'all mean? Only thing I'm saying is, yes, God created us. Y'all have this interpretation that he's just out to mistreat you and unalive you and things like that. No, he says his desire is not to none perish, but to repent and have everlasting life. Even sent his son to say that. Where are y'all getting this stuff from? Like, where are you getting this deconstruction and all of that? Why did y'all even go down this route? When
sorry, my man child called me.
Okay, all right.
Where are we? He probably said a whole bunch of stuff, dude.
You do me a favor.
Oh, y'all rude, man. You just rude.
No, I didn't. Listen, I got a phone call from my son.
No, not you, Christina. Whoever muted me was rude, man.
It was me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. See, look, I can't even apologize. What's wrong with y'all, man? Something wrong with y'all, man.
Lord, how's he gonna shoot his shot with me and then go right to shoot?
Brother, you gay. I don't. Brother, you sweet. You sweet, bro. You sweet.
And they love throwing around this new thing. This sounds really severe, and it can come across, or it can come about like super easily. It's not a great one to get, especially multiple times. I don't know if Christina's already gotten that. Oh, okay, yeah. That second time they really don't play.
Yeah, so, I hear you. Also, my bad. That's my bad.
Yeah.
But Christina, can you read Revelation 22, 14, and 15 for the gentleman at the bottom, please?
I can't read shit right now. That's all. I'm indisposed.
I got you.
But if somebody else could read it, I'd love to hear it.
Just Revelation 22, 14, and 15. If anybody could just read that for the gentleman and just tell me what dogs mean when Jesus says it here.
Does the TikTok shop sell Bibles? They should. I wonder if they sell Bibles and Qurans. Like holy books. They sell every fucking thing else. I don't know why they
It's
wouldn't.
still
TikTok, if you listen to y'all, be a lot of money.
you ain't
I
even
don't know. I think I saw a Bible. Somebody selling a Bible on TikTok.
you ain't even got to go there. I could tell you what that means. I'll just tell you what it means because I know what that scripture says.
No, she asked somebody to read it. She asked you to read it. Can you read it?
I can't read it right now, but
okay.
But I know the scripture, so I'll just tell you what it means. So,
no. I want to know what it says. I don't care what you think it means.
No, I know what it means. It's not what I think it means.
I don't care what you say it means. I want to know what it says.
I heard you, sister.
Okay, so read it. I need someone to read it in order for me to get.
I got you. It says, "Blessed are those who wash their robes, so that they will have the right to the tree of life and may enter the city by the gates. Outside are the dogs and the sorcerers and the sexually immoral and the unalivers and idolaters and everyone who loves and practices falsehood." This is like at the very end of the book, so there's no more runway here to make any other statements.
Oh wow, the dogs are outside. So I'm not even. We can't even get into the gate. No way.
Who can't get into the gates?
The dogs outside of it.
So, according to y'all, who are the dogs?
The non-Israelites.
No, that's not who are the dogs. It tells you in context who the dogs are.
Okay, what is it, Jeff? Jeff, can you read it again in case I'm taking it out of context?
Yeah, so it says outside. Wait, let me get to it again. Outside are the dogs and sorcerers and sexually immoral and unalivers and idolaters and everyone who loves and practices falsehood.
So you mean like the dogs that he? Okay, so the dogs are non-Israelites. The sorcerers are they? I wonder if those are the same sorceresses. Whatever. That he said, isn't there a verse that says, "Don't suffer a sorceress to live, or a witch to live"?
Don't suffer a witch to live.
Yeah.
That's in the Old Testament, but nowhere in there it says non-Israelites. It says dogs, and it gives you.
Yes, can you swap out for Thinker, please?
Amen to that.
Can.
Amen to that. But Christina, to answer your question.
Stick with me, you'll never go hungry again. Hold on one second. I want to bring my friend up. She wants to chat with us. What, Thinker? And thank y'all for y'all patience with me today. I know normally I'm on screen, but it's a lot of moving parts going on in my life right now. And this is one of them. So, yeah, enjoy the conversation. Hey, Thinker.
Hey, Christina. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Thinker.
Hey. Guess who? So, you know the scripture in Deuteronomy where the Israelites are forbidden to eat any food that dies of itself?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the scripture that says, what does he tell him to do with the food that dies of itself?
You can either give it away or sell it to someone that is not of a bloodline of Israelite. Yeah.
To the foreigners, right? Like they can't
to
eat
the
unclean
to the
food,
strangers, yeah.
right?
Not unclean food,
goes
just
to the foreigners, right? They can sell it to them.
Yeah, they could give it away or sell it.
And then,
They can give it away or sell it to them.
So it says, Deuteronomy 20:14 says, "You shall not eat anything that dies of itself. You may give it to aliens residing in your towns for them to eat, or you may sell it to a foreigner." So the aliens in their town that lived in Israel were to be treated somewhat similar to an Israelite, a little bit better than foreigners who did not live in the land of Israel.
Yes.
But foreigners who lived outside of the land of Israel, they were not required to treat them with respect. They were not required to treat them as humans. They were not required to help the poor of the foreigners that did not live in the land of Israel.
All right,
so
ma'am.
To the foreigners outside of Israel, what were they to do?
Where does it say that they were to?
I just read it to you.
No. You added more to that. Now, where does it say that they were not to treat them with respect and not to.
I said they were not required to.
Yeah,
but
whatever vernacular you use.
Foreigners who lived in the
Where
land
does it say that at? That's
Israel.
my question.
Well, hold on. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I heard every word that came out your mouth, man.
Okay. There is nothing in the text that requires the Israelites to treat foreigners who do not live in the land of Israel with respect.
Show me where that says that.
Hold on. There is nothing in the text that requires Israelites to take care of foreigners who do not live in the land of Israel. Now, if you want to refute that, what I would ask for you to do is to show me a scripture where it says for them to take care of foreigners who are not aliens in their land.
All right. Where does it say that they are not to take care of foreigners? Where did you even?
Just asked you.
Where did you even get that from? Where did you even get that from?
Hey. Show me a scripture where it.
I was talking, ma'am. I just asked you a question.
Where it requires them to care for foreigners who are not aliens.
All right. I can't show you one. Now show me where it's not.
There is no scripture.
All right. Well, show me where.
No scripture
all right.
that requires
all right. So what?
Does
Does that mean that they can't?
You asked me where does it
Yo,
say
who are you talking to, man?
And I was explaining that. Literally.
Yo, why y'all be letting these people? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk. I don't know. I don't know.
You may give it to aliens residing
in your
towns for them to eat. You may give it to the aliens who live in Israel to eat. You may sell it to a foreigner.
I already know that.
You are a people holy to the Lord your God. That's what Deuteronomy 14:21
That's right.
says.
What's wrong with that?
Also, Exodus.
What's wrong with that?
There is a law in Exodus 22:31 that tells them to do what with the unclean food? Who are they to throw it to?
Not unclean food.
Who are they to throw it to?
Ma'am, you don't know the Bible, first of all. That's not.
Exodus 20.
It don't say unclean food.
Exodus 22,
it doesn't say
31.
unclean food.
Shut up. I'm talking.
You shut up.
Because I asked you, and you didn't know.
Yo, who are you talking to? I do know.
31, you shall be people consecrated to
I want to
me.
talk to
Therefore,
Christina, man. I want to talk to you.
Any meat that is mangled by beasts in the field, you shall throw it to the dogs. And Deuteronomy, who was supposed to eat the mangled meat? Who was supposed to eat the unclean food?
All right. Can I answer now without this woman getting that disrespect? I'm answering your question if you would let me.
Answer it.
Well, let me answer it then. Now, can you be quiet and let me answer the question?
Do it, crybaby.
Well, you a crybaby. Now, I'm a crybaby because she get to tell me to shut up and disrespect me.
Fucking do it.
All right, then let me do it. First of all, it don't say nothing about... It highlights in the Leviticus 11th chapter what food is clean and unclean. That's number one.
He's stuttering.
All right, look, shut up. I'm talking. Shut up. I'm talking. Shut up. Shut up, baby. Shut up.
That's why you stutter.
That's why women ain't supposed to be talking, man. Be quiet.
That's what you need to change your name to, because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You've been up here. Since you've been on stage.
Shut up, witch. There ain't nobody talking to you.
I don't give a damn what you call me.
Hey, we don't suffer witches to live on our side, baby. We don't suffer witches to live on our side. And all they could do is silence me because they don't want to.
The fact that you're receiving this, like the fact that you're
I really want to talk to Christina. I want to talk to you.
Someone reading your text to you just lets me know, one, you don't know what the text
No,
is.
she added and said unclean.
3, you're never going to speak over me.
Girl,
4,
ain't it?
you hate to have
disrespectful,
an
man.
educated woman instruct you, especially an educated black woman instruct you. That's why y'all start to shut up, witch, and we're evil, and we're this, and we're that. Anytime y'all get pinned into a corner because you don't know your text, y'all start crashing out and start throwing ad homs and slurs.
I know my text.
Pull yourself together.
Or you gonna drop me.
Like a big guy, right? And engage in a conversation with thinker. One of us is going to walk away from this with having learned more.
All right, now listen to this. All right, okay, let me talk now. All right, listen. I'd rather talk to you. I'd rather talk to you, Christina. I don't want to talk to nobody else because they rude and disrespectful. They rude and disrespectful, and I don't tolerate no rude and disrespect. Neither do you. Neither do you.
Guess who?
Are you? Why y'all expect me to tolerate disrespect?
Here's the thing. Guess who? Stop speaking over people. That is so incredibly disrespectful. And then when someone tells you to shut up, then you would say, "Oh, I'm being disrespected." Speaking over someone when they're speaking is extremely disrespectful, and you can't hear what the fuck she's saying because you're not listening. You're so angry and in your fifis that you have turned your listening ears off. You can't engage properly in the conversation and learn anything because you think you already know. And what you don't know, you don't give a fuck that you don't know. So just please sit quietly, come off mute. So when it's your turn to talk, after Thinker is finished talking, then you will be able to engage. Until then, you're going to wait quietly until she's finished. Are we good?
Christina, can you tell him you black?
Does he not know I'm black?
I don't want him to think you white because he like disrespectful to Lord. She's disrespectful to Thinker. Clearly,
Christina, don't you know I know you black? Don't you know I know you're black?
Who are you talking to?
I'm asking Christina. Don't she know? Christina knows I know she's black. She knows that.
Then he went to you.
She knows I know she's black.
The googly eyes. But he
so don't listen to him.
I don't understand.
I don't like when black men disrespect black women. It makes me feel some type of way.
But do you?
I understand the systemic problems that we have with black men disrespecting black women.
This is
that's
crazy.
Fine. Thinker, can you go ahead and finish what you were saying? I found it extremely helpful. I think Guess Who might find it helpful too if he just can sit long enough to listen. Go ahead.
Fuck that bitch.
So the contention was, what was Jesus meaning by the word dog? Here, the mangled meat, the Israelites were not allowed to eat any food that died of itself. Any animal that was roadkill, they were to either give it to the foreigners who lived in the land of Israel, who they were charged with treating somewhat like an Israelite and loving the foreigner as themselves when that foreigner lived in their land. If the foreigner is outside of the land of Israel, they could sell it to the foreigner, but they could not eat it because they were considered holy. They were too clean for that. Exodus uses the phrase dogs when it tells them that they can't eat this meat. It says, "You shall be people consecrated to me. Therefore you shall not eat any meat that is mangled by beasts in the field. You shall throw it to the dogs." The word dog is used multiple times in the Old Testament to refer to foreigners, to the goyim, to any human that is not Israelite. They are considered unclean, inferior to the Israelites. So when Jesus uses that phrase with the Canaanite woman and the Greek Syrophoenician woman, he's using it in that historical context, and the same in Revelations 22. He's saying all that did not choose him and want him to rule over him are still dogs, and they are outside the gate.
Is that you know how in that verse where he gives the metaphor of the ruler coming back or whatever, the master coming back and with what they were supposed to do with his money or whatever, and he says anyone that didn't want me to worship, didn't want me to rule over them, destroy them before me. Is that in the same vein?
Yeah.
Yikes. Jesus is a shithead. But go ahead, Guess Who? You can respond now. Go ahead and engage.
I'm gonna say this. When we're talking about the Phoenician woman. Now, what she said about a beast mangling an animal, and that is to be fed to the dogs, not the beast that dieth of itself. That's totally different. That's number one. Number two is when Christ says, "You shall not give the bread of the children's bread to dogs." Now I can see how you would interpret that and saying that this is lesser of people or people of not of Israel, right? And that is true when it comes to it. He came for the children of Israel first because those are the people who had the covenant. He didn't want to give the bread to any other people. Yet, when that woman said, "Even dogs eat from the master's table," he found that faith being so profound and still gave her the blessing anyway. That's the part nobody's talking about. But
First off,
being
Matthew
see what I
made
mean?
that
Now she's
about
cutting
faith.
me off. Nobody's
Mark
saying
did not.
nothing.
Mark,
I wasn't even finished.
when
She's
Mark
cutting
wrote
me
about
off.
that,
How
Mark
come she get to cut me off? Look,
said, Jesus said,
y'all not
because
fair.
of the words that
Y'all
came
not
out
fair.
of your mouth,
You're not
your
fair.
daughter is healed. Matthew made that story about faith. Matthew even wrote in that Lord Jesus ignored her when she was calling after him, and the disciples wanted to shoo her away as if she was insignificant. And the reason Matthew wrote that story that way was to show that Jesus' mission, and that he was focused on his mission, which was the Israelites. But you're not talking about what the meaning of that story is. You're talking about what the meaning of his use of the word dog is. Stay focused.
Don't tell me to stay focused. I am staying focused. This is exactly what I mentioned about dogs, okay? That's what I'm talking about. You stay focused and listen. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The reference of dogs. You would not, and even you would not give the children's bread to a dog before the children.
I'm sorry, did anybody hear his
Oh my God, I'm not even finished talking.
Did anybody on the panel hear him say what dog is, or is he
I
explaining
just
the
look,
scripture?
I didn't stray from that. If you would be quiet and listen, I'm still saying the same thing. You will not give your children's bread to dogs. And I'm talking about a literal, and I'm talking about a literal, and I'm talking about a literal dog. Okay.
Was dog being used in a good way or a bad way? Let's make it like elementary.
All right. Yes, it can be. Listen. He literally meant you will not give the children's bread to dogs.
Was it used in a good way or a bad way?
No, it could be used in a good way or a bad way.
No, not could be. What was it? What was it used in this?
It was used in this context. It's definitely used in a good way because none of y'all on this panel will give y'all children's bread to dogs. You won't do it.
This is so dumb. Like,
all right, I know it's dumb to you. It's dumb to you because you don't believe in the Bible.
To a human, and he's talking about a literal fucking dog.
All right. So you trying to say that he called her a dog?
No, he was talking to Scooby Doo.
All right, well, good. Well, Scooby Doo, her, or whatever.
You know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't give my children's bread to dogs.
Thank you.
I wouldn't. No, listen. I wouldn't give my children's bread to actual animals.
That's true. That's true.
What I would do is if someone was in need and needed something from me and I had the capabilities to give it to them, I would give it to them.
That's different, though, Christina. That's different.
But she came to him for help. She wasn't an actual dog.
For help, bro.
All right, but he just did.
She wasn't even asking for food.
No, she was. We know she wasn't asking for food.
And this is the thing.
It's what metaphor mean, baby.
This is the thing. He was supposed to be the most powerful being around.
He was.
Helping her, wouldn't have taken anything away from his children.
But mystery, he helped her. What do you mean? He helped her though.
Helping her wouldn't have taken anything away from him.
A mystery. He helped her.
Right?
Did he not help her?
He said, I only came for the lost sheep of
Israel. Okay, but did he help her?
What I'm saying is, if he wanted to help her, he could have helped her without any of that.
All right, but did he help her?
To help because she acknowledged.
Oh my goodness!
I heard you was the great and powerful Oz. I came here to see if you could give me a heart.
Okay, but did Oz help her?
He said, I only give hearts to dogs.
All right, did he help her though?
Lord, this mindset of
look, none of y'all answering the question. Did he help her?
Why are you talking when we're talking?
Look, I was talking first.
I'm talking now. It doesn't matter.
This mindset of but he helped her even though he called her a dog, even though he could have and he didn't want to, is the mindset that a lot of black Christians have when it comes to where black people are in society.
It could be worse.
Lord help if he didn't help her, boy.
Beyond Mathematics was saying yesterday about it was the Christians who helped you get the 1.8 trillion to spend with other people. That's the mindset.
That is not my mindset.
Yeah, but he called me a dog, but he still helped.
That is not my mindset.
That is the reason why a lot of black people are okay with crumbs. You know, I call Jesus I call God the get by God, because a lot of black people, right, tell us about how God is helping them merely get by, and they are so grateful for that. Right? Well, if I was a believer in this God, right, this wouldn't be the God of get by. This God will be helping me thrive and flourish. Every time I talk to a Christian, really, and I hate to break it to a lot of motherfuckers, y'all come with a bunch of side stories. Y'all got a bunch of shit that don't be happening to no fucking body else but y'all. Right?
That's not true.
And then when I'm not talking to you, and then when you're down at your lowest, when you 6 feet under, here comes this guy to just barely pull your head above water. He just stops you from drowning. He doesn't do anything else. He pulls your head above water just enough. He makes you say uncle.
So
right?
you saying God don't make people rich?
So many side stories about how God helped them, and He's still helping them, but they're always still in the same place too.
Look, like
that's not for everybody though.
Law in the Old Testament where He says if an animal if the animal becomes roadkill on the side of the road, you are too clean to eat it. You are too holy to eat it. Only the
that's
best
not true.
For you. Give it to the foreigners.
That's a lie.
Right?
That's a lie.
Eat roadkill.
That's a lie, though.
Flies.
That's a lie.
Bugs. Give it to them to eat.
That's a lie, though. That's a lie. You're lying.
To the dogs is what the foreigners.
Yeah, but she's lying though. That's not true.
Guess who? I'm not sure why you're talking. I'm having a conversation with Thinker. The same thing.
What the freak is wrong with these people, man?
Can be used.
I'm not talking to y'all.
The dogs is what the foreigners in your land, the guests in your land. That's like me asking you to come to my house, and I have filet mignon, and I give you some 4-day-old red beans.
Yep.
Here,
that's
take
like.
this. I mean, I'm assuming it's still good. Take it. Let me see if it don't make you sick.
Think about the food deserts in all of black neighborhoods, right? If you want to eat clean and plant-based, how expensive that shit is, right? And Trader Joe's are only in the nicest neighborhoods that are predominantly white.
You gotta go to a whole nother town to get the food that you need to get nutritious food, but it's a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Burger King, a Taco Bell, and everything else that's going to kill you on the way there.
And let me tell you something. That is I live in a predominantly white neighborhood. There are 3 Whole Foods within driving distance. 3 that I can go to. 3.
Yeah.
When I go down to where I used to live when I first came here, you got one little store within like a 10-mile radius, and a Walmart. They ain't got no Walmarts around here. I got to drive a little ways to get to one.
What God got to do with that, man?
But it be voices and stupid thoughts like guess who's that be loud as fuck.
Listen how she could just talk reckless, like crazy.
Accept this as normal.
I don't accept that. That ain't got nothing to do with God.
They used to not let us sit at the lunch counters. At least we got a McDonald's now, right? While our people die.
I never said none of that.
Diabetes, cholesterol, high cholesterol, heart attacks on a daily because we can't get healthy food in our neighborhoods because they're saving that for a specific social economic group of people. And before he says again that I'm lying,
you are lying.
I'm going to read Deuteronomy 14 again.
You are lying.
Deuteronomy 14:21. You shall not eat anything that dies of itself.
That's right. Not roadkill.
Animal that dies on the
not
side
roadkill.
Of the road that becomes roadkill. You
a liar.
It to aliens residing in your towns for them to eat, or you may sell it to a foreigner, for you are a holy people to the Lord your God. The Hebrew term there is nevala, and it means not slaughtered properly. Any animal that is not slaughtered properly is considered unclean. Whether it is mangled by another beast, whether it dies on the side of the road from natural causes, it is unclean because it was not slaughtered properly, and that was given to aliens in Israel or sold to foreigners or thrown to dogs.
Hey, you know what the book of Revelation say? Don't add or take away.
Are you okay?
So.
Are you okay? Because I feel like she read the word to you.
All right. Well, no. She read the word, but she added to it too. It don't say roadkill.
No, she didn't. No,
It don't say roadkill.
Well, guess who?
So
Guess who?
show me where it says roadkill. Show me where it says roadkill.
Can you do us a favor and read it to us?
No. Show me where it says roadkill.
Can you do us a favor and
read it to us? No, I can't because I don't have my Bible with me. But show me where it says roadkill. It don't say that.
You at work stealing time on the phone?
It don't. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Matter of fact, yes, I am.
Yeah, I know
but
you stealing in people's time.
Yeah, but it's my time because I work for myself. I could do what I want, and that has nothing. That has nothing to do with God.
If an animal,
The fact that y'all got to go to Trader Joe's. No, you're wrong. You're wrong, ma'am. You're wrong. You're wrong. Just because you loud, you're wrong.
Then what is it?
You're wrong. It's not roadkill. It's not roadkill.
What is it? What is it?
All right. Quit muting me and let me answer. Let me answer. Let me answer.
If an animal just
all right, you asked the question. Let me answer.
Of natural causes,
all right, let me answer it. Let me answer it. All right. If it dies, just like if it dies of anything, like of anything natural that will cause an animal's death. If it dies, it doesn't say roadkill.
What is it?
I just told. Look, just because you loud, baby, don't mean you right. I just told you. I just told you. I'm telling you what it is, and I'm telling you what it ain't. If it dies of natural causes, meaning if it dies of something naturally that causes death, like an illness or sickness or anything. So look, it's not roadkill. You know what roadkill? Do you know what roadkill means? It means it was killed by a vehicle. It was killed by a vehicle or ran off the road. That's what roadkill means.
It died on the road. It doesn't mean that it was killed by a vehicle.
Oh my God. All right, never mind. It don't say roadkill in the Bible, period. So you added that. But you added that. You added it. It don't matter what it's called. Never mind. This is stupid. This is stupid. Please
answer that.
This is stupid. It don't say roadkill. This is stupid. It is different because when an animal is on the road, dying of the road, it got killed by a vehicle. It wasn't slaughtered properly and it was slaughtered by a vehicle, meaning it was mangled. It didn't die of a natural cause. That's not natural.
So every animal on the side
the
of the
difference
road
is it's not natural. That's the difference.
Every animal on the side of the road.
All right, so it's not that. It's not natural.
Every animal on the side of the road got killed by a car.
No, they didn't even have cars back then. They didn't even have cars back then. They didn't even have cars back then. So no.
No, so I'm asking you, if today, let's say today.
Oh my God, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. They didn't even have cars back then. So why are you saying roadkill? You the one added that. They don't say roadkill.
May the 16th, 2025.
Right, yeah, but it's not. It wasn't back then. So why are you talking about it?
Killed on the side of the road today,
this is retarded, man. It ain't God's fault that you got to go to Walmart. It ain't God's fault. It ain't God's. It ain't. Look. It's stupid. It's futile and stupid. Look, I'm not scared. It's futile and stupid. It's futile and stupid because there was no cars back then, dummy. So why are you saying roadkill, dummy?
Chariot kill, and then maybe horse and buggy.
Yeah, donkey kill, whatever. They didn't even have cars back then. And in chariot, look. First of all, First of all, it ain't God's fault that you got that Whole Foods. That Whole Foods is in a white neighborhood. That ain't got nothing to. That's all to do with man. That has nothing to do with God. That's man.
I have a question.
God don't have God.
God ain't got nothing to do with that.
God ain't got nothing to do with God, Lord. He ain't got nothing to do with shit.
That's your opinion, man.
He don't control shit.
That's your opinion, man.
No, that's cool. I just have a question.
You just said it.
Now I actually have two questions. The first question is, can you think of any place in the Bible where the word dog is used and it's not a pejorative?
What is and like
an insult? It's not an insult.
Okay, thank you. What do you mean by that? What you're asking? Is there a place where a dog is not used as an insult?
Yeah, where somebody's referred to as a dog, and it's not used as an insult.
I don't know. I don't see where it's not used as an insult, other than the place where he's saying that you won't give your children's bread to dogs.
Well, that's an insult.
Well, that's an insult according to you, sir.
Okay, so let's go through.
You said, 1 second, I'm sorry. Earlier, I asked
Lord,
you
I thought the same thing.
insult, and you said it wasn't.
I just said that again. What are you talking about?
So it's not an insult?
The brother, I'm talking to you or her. Like, what's going on? I said, I exactly said what I said. I said, dog, when he said it's not meat to give the children's bread to dogs, nobody would do that. So that's true. You won't do that. What's insulting about that?
Jeff said pejorative. You know that fucking man.
Right? He clarified what that meant. It means an insult.
So when he said dogs, that's not an insult.
Oh my God, man.
And really, Jeff, actually,
all right. Say I agree with you. Now what?
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Say I agree. Hey Jeff, say I agree with you. Now what?
Matthew change it from a Greek Syrophoenician woman to a Canaanite woman?
Because that Phoenician is the custom. Canaanite is the bloodline, baby.
Well, whose bloodline?
Canaanite is the bloodline of the woman.
Why did he change?
I just told you. Now, you don't like the answer? You don't like the answer?
Why did Matthew change it from a Greek Syrophoenician woman to a Canaanite woman?
That Phoenician, Syrophoenician custom, Canaanite bloodline. Same thing. All right? Does that answer your question?
It's not the same thing.
All right. The bloodline is different.
Greek.
I said custom and bloodline. What don't understand? You don't know the Bible, man.
Why did he change it?
All right. Let me answer. Let me answer. Canaanite is the bloodline of that woman. Phoenician or whatever, that's a custom of the woman, of the same woman.
No, it's not. Those people are not the same.
Not even close.
They're not even the same people.
You got to understand.
Greeks and Canaanites are not the same.
Watch this mystery. Paul was called a Roman. Is he a Roman by blood?
You like
what? Nobody's answering the question though. Nobody's answering the question because it makes too much sense. You just want to argue. Just answer it, yes or no.
No, they already answered it. If you listen, goofy butts, they did.
Yo, Zena, look, I ain't calling you no names, baby, but don't call me no names. I ain't call you no names. Look, all right, Zena, since you want to interject, answer this question. Was Paul called? All right, then just stop asking me nothing. I ain't asking you nothing. Then.
You absolutely are.
I ain't asking you nothing. I'm not asking you nothing. I'm not asking you nothing. Well, so what? I'm not asking you nothing. I ain't even talking to you. I'm talking to Christina. So stop talking to me then. Stop talking to me. I don't care what you think, girl. I don't care what you think.
I know, best friend.
You're a menial to me. You nothing to me. Your opinion is nothing. Because you're not a believer. You already condemned. You're already condemned. All right, brother. Let me answer your question, brother. Let me answer your question, brother. Everywhere when Christ said about dogs, that's not an insult. That's true.
and stays on here for fucking hours to be his degradation.
Y'all can't degrade me.
Is off the fucking chain.
You didn't create me, so you can't.
Off the chain.
You didn't.
So just to get clear,
You didn't create me,
he
so you
wasn't
can't
insulting
degrade
anybody
me.
in Matthew 15 when he said, "Don't throw the bread to the dogs," right?
Yes.
Okay. What about in Matthew 7? Was he insulting anybody there?
Can you read that, sir?
Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine.
Yeah.
Is he talking about literal dogs?
Yeah. No, he's not.
What's he talking about?
Read it. Read that again.
Do not give what is holy to dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Do not throw pearls before swine.
Yeah.
Or they will trample them underfoot and turn and maul you. Is he talking about literal animals, or what is he talking about?
He's talking about. Somebody keep muting me, man. See, yeah, no, he's talking about people.
People. Also, in Matthew 7, he's talking about people.
Absolutely.
He says, don't give anything holy to dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
And then 8 chapters later, when he's talking to this woman, and he says, don't give the children's bread to dogs, he's not talking about her.
No, listen, he is talking about her. He's talking about her. Okay, cool. But he's talking about, but it's in a different, hold on. Is he talking about her, sir?
Okay, cool.
He's talking about her.
Okay, but it's not an insult.
Oh my God. Look. He said, "Don't give that which is holy." Hey, sir. Let me ask you a question. Did he bless that woman?
Yes. Hold on. Yes, he did. Yes.
Thank you. So what's the contention about?
Let me ask you a question.
What's the contention about?
Hold on, I got you. You asked me a question and I answered it, right?
All right, you did. Thank you very much for that.
Cool. I got you. In the all-white hospitals in the 1930s and 40s and 50s, when they were calling the black mothers who brought their children there N-words, and then they gave them some aspirin and sent them on their way, did they give them medicine?
Yeah.
And it's okay that they called them N-words first?
No.
No? Okay. So what's the difference between those two things?
All right. The difference is that.
Jesus,
all right. The difference.
Jesus could do whatever he wants.
Hey, you asking me or you asking them? I just want to know. Are you asking me that? Are you asking me or are you asking these? Are you asking them?
Master Jesus could do whatever he wants, Master.
That's her answer.
Master Jesus could do whatever
That's her
he
answer.
wants,
That's her answer. That ain't mine.
Okay, cool.
Now,
what is your answer?
So this is my answer. Here's my answer. Now, in the context, he is clarifying what he's doing. I'm here for the children of Israel first. It is not meet for me to give the children's bread unto dogs, right?
Yeah, I'm here for white people first. This hospital is not for you darkies. Get out of here. Okay, continue.
Okay.
Before you do that, right? It's a sin to add to the book. You said, why did you add the word first to what Jesus who he came for?
What did you say?
Why did you add the word first to what Jesus said who he came for? He said only.
Yeah, he didn't say first.
I didn't say that. You're wrong, Matt. Now, can you apologize?
I can clear this up. I'm sorry. I can clear this up.
Thank you, Sir Jeff. You got more sense than them, man.
No, we can just read it. We can just read it.
Thank you.
He said first, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he said that, but go ahead.
No, you said first just now.
No, what I'm saying, look, I didn't say he said first. I'm saying first off, like first.
You did say that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God. All right, never mind. Now y'all gonna tell me what I said.
It's okay. What did Jesus say about
All right, okay. Let me answer the question. All right. What I was referring to, okay, sir, is when Christ was talking about it is not meat for the children's bread unto dogs, right? And you're asking me, well, why would he say that? And there's something like that. The children's bread.
No, that wasn't. Oh, sorry. I apologize. That wasn't my question.
Oh, okay. Well, what was your question?
What is the difference between what he said and what the racist nurse in the all-white hospital said?
Oh, you're saying so All right, let me recap. You said the nurses, this hospital is only for us. Y'all N-words, take this medication and go about your way. In other words, he insulted them and then sent them on their way.
N-word and all of that.
Yeah, said that.
ER.
Yeah, with the hard ER. That's insulting, right? Now, if I'm giving an analogy of something that you really wouldn't do, you really would not give the children's bread unto dogs. That woman didn't even get offended. You know what she said? She said, yes, master.
Hold on.
The woman did. Hold on. Let me finish, brother. Let me finish so you can get the full scope. Of course.
You can say that, and I'm going to tell you why.
Brother, let me finish, and then you would understand what I'm talking about.
No, the answer is no.
All right, so you want to get what you want to get out of it. So, yeah, he insulted her. Now what? All right, he insulted her. Now what? He insulted her.
It's okay. Just, take a breath. We're going to go through this together. This woman traveled to go see this magic man because she loved her daughter. And when she got to him, he threw an insult her way. So maybe she bit her tongue. But the purpose that she was there for was her daughter. So, yes, in the same way that a lot of black people, throughout Jim Crow, throughout slavery, throughout black codes, we bit our tongue. And that doesn't mean that we were, the other day, Thinker, did you know the other day somebody told me that any black person who was not okay with Jim Crow just moved away?
No.
A black dude told me that.
What? No.
Then that's why if we don't like capitalism, we should move away, because during Jim Crow, the black people who didn't like it just moved away.
And where did they go?
Apparently right to where the highest concentration of black people are, still in the South. It's crazy to me. But we were biting our tongue. Like if a nurse or some dude called a black person an N-word back then, they did not like it. So you can't say, it's not, they weren't offended. That was terrible. But they didn't do anything because fire hoses and dogs and things, right? There goes those dogs again.
That's true.
So don't tell me that the woman wasn't offended when I can find you a dozen instances in the Bible where in antiquity the word dog was used as a slur.
I agree with that.
And also, the Bible doesn't say that she wasn't offended. If we're sticking to the Bible doesn't say that she wasn't offended. You would be adding to the Bible when you say that.
Hey, Jeff.
As a matter of fact, it doesn't talk about her anymore at all.
All right. Hey, Jeff, what was that scripture again? Because I just able to get to my Bible just now. What was that again?
Matthew 15, 21 through...
all right, Matthew 15.
28.
Hold on. Matthew 15.
The Bible doesn't consider her feelings about it at all. It just tells you about her, and you never hear about this lady.
Matthew 15. You said what verse now? You said Matthew 15, 17?
21 through 28.
21 through 28. Then Jesus went...
You know what's even more damning? I'm going to tell y'all what's even more damning is the next verses after this story.
Okay. Well, I'll just read it. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon, and beheld a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent. That's what El Part was getting to. But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered her and said, It is not meet to the children to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee, even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
Here's the worst part. Read 29 through 31 and tell me who he called a dog there.
Okay. And Jesus departed from thence, and came nigh unto the Sea of Galilee, and went up into the mountain, and sat down there. And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at Jesus' feet, and he healed them. Insomuch that there was a multitude wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, the maimed to be whole, the lame to walk, and the blind to see. They glorified the God of Israel. Then Jesus called his disciples unto him and said, I have compassion on the multitude, because they continue with me now 3 days, and have nothing to eat. I will not send them away fasting, lest they faint in the way. And his disciples said unto him, Whence should we have so much bread in the wilderness as to fill so great a multitude? And Jesus said unto them, How many loaves have ye? And they said, 7, and a few little fishes. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes, and gave thanks, and brake them, and gave to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled. And they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets full, for they did eat, were 4,000 men, besides women and children. And he sent away the multitude, and took ship, and came into the coast of Magdala. That's the end of that chapter.
Where were the dogs there?
You're asking me where were the dogs? It don't say the word dogs. Where does it say?
The Wahite tribe, they were able to get their healing for free. They didn't have to be called dogs, right?
Who is the Wahite tribe? Who is that?
Oh, wow.
Who is that?
In the 1940s and 50s and 30s, they would be called the white people. Wahite, get it?
Oh, the Wahite. Shout out to you. That's funny. What do you mean by that, though? Like, that has nothing to do with what I just read.
He has to call her a dog before he heals her, but all the other people, they just get the healing.
You definitely called the Roman centurion a dog, right?
Nope. But also, black people have been called dogs and N-words for centuries, and they still ain't getting healed. So what the fuck happened to that?
Yeah, but Christ is not on the earth at this time, sister.
Oh, is he still in the healing business, or did he retire?
No, he didn't retire. It's left
So does faith still get you healed or nah?
Yes, it does. But
all right, so black people have been degrading themselves like you are right now for this God, and y'all still ain't getting healed.
So me believing in God is degrading to you? You truly believe that me believing in God is degrading?
Yes.
What I just read to you.
I think the shit that you say is one of the stupid voices.
Of course you do.
Needs to not be heard.
So anything God say is stupid? Is that what you're saying?
You say is stupid. I don't believe.
All right. So what about what God say? Because that's the only thing I'm saying.
I just answered that, and because you're stupid, you didn't catch it.
Well, I asked you a direct question. Don't be indirect. Be direct.
Directly.
No, you didn't. I said, is anything God say stupid?
I literally said anything you said.
I ain't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you me. I said God. Answer the direct question. How you answer me direct and do you indirectly answer it? What's wrong with you? You don't know what you're talking about. Is God, anything God say degrading to you?
Can I stupid explain it for him?
No, I ain't asking you.
Hey, guess who? If God doesn't exist, he doesn't say anything.
Hey, Proverbs 14:1 said, the fool that said in his heart, there is no God. That's what my Bible says.
The fool gets it. Why don't you?
The fool that said in his heart. Now, if you say that in your heart, that means you're a fool. That means you are a fool. I didn't call you a fool. I said the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Mac, you know that scripture by heart.
Hey, in 1 Corinthians 4:10, when Paul says we are fools for the sake of Christ.
That's totally different.
How does a fool say there is no God, but also a fool says there is?
Yeah, because we go crazy over God. I'm a fool for him right now.
So
Y'all,
you a fool?
yeah, I'm a
God,
fool
and
for
you're
him
a
right
fool
now.
when you say
I'm a fool for him right
as
now.
contradictory as fuck.
And no, it ain't, because I'm a fool for him right now. I'm on a panel with a bunch of unbelieving
This is why you're
dogs.
stupid.
I'm on a panel with a bunch of unbelieving dogs. Yeah, I'm a fool too. That says that I'm degrading myself by believing in God. Y'all absolutely are out of your mind. You're crazy. Something wrong with you.
Hold on, I apologize. It sounded like you said you were on a panel with a bunch of unbelieving dogs. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Did you mean that as a compliment? Because I want to say thank you if you did.
Yeah, I meant that as a compliment.
Oh, okay, thank you. Now, you know you didn't, right? You're lying, because
no, it's called sarcasm, sir. It's called sarcasm, brother. It's called sarcasm.
Sarcasm and not be a coward.
Yeah, look, brother, I ain't scared of none of y'all. Why? I ain't scared of none of you. Like, why would I be scared of you? Y'all don't believe in God. I have nothing to fear for y'all who don't believe in God. Nothing.
That's fine. You don't have anything to fear. That's not my point. Did you mean it as a compliment?
So you want me to just come out and say it? Okay, yeah, I meant it as an insult. I meant it as an insult, okay? I'm really joking, to be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. I'm joking, man. I'm joking, man. I don't mean it. I'm joking. Y'all are not dogs to me. I really am joking. I'm just showing you how foolish y'all are sometimes saying these things about God. Like you gotta go to you gotta go to Trader Joe's in the white neighborhood. Like that got something to do with God. That's everything to do with man. That has nothing to do with God.
Doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, I know it don't matter what I say because I believe in God and you don't. I'm the only one who do matter because I'm the one who believe. You don't.
The thing is,
you don't matter.
You hold no power.
You don't have any power at all. You are a non-believer. You beneath me. Now this is, I'm being real. You are beneath me because you don't believe. How could you be above me and you don't believe?
You hold no power.
You are powerless. You, in every sense of the word.
It doesn't matter.
You don't believe. You're degrading yourself by not believing.
Right? It doesn't matter what you think.
No, ma'am.
You are powerless.
It matters everything what I'm saying.
Powerless in your real life because you're a black man in America.
Yeah, but guess what? I'm a black man who believes in God. That's different. Yes, it do. Yes, it do.
You are powerless.
Yes, it do.
You have no power.
Because guess what, baby?
He has a toy.
Guess what, baby? Yeah. Jesus Christ has said, if you don't believe on him, you are condemned already.
It doesn't matter.
So you want to be condemned? So how can you have pride in being condemned?
You say that we're condemned, and you have no proof.
I didn't say you were. Bible says you are.
You just said it. What the fuck are you talking about?
I said the Bible said that. Are you listening? I said the Bible says that. Christ says that, not me. Christ said you don't believe, you condemn.
You believe it? Do you believe it?
Absolutely, I believe it.
Okay, well, what's the difference?
All right, then just say what I said directly, though. Don't misquote me. I said directly.
What I'm saying is, you have no proof of that.
Yes, we do. Ma'am,
no, you don't.
Yes, ma'am. No. If you do not believe in Christ, you are in big trouble.
You had proof of it.
But, ma'am, if you don't believe in Christ, you are in trouble.
You had proof of it.
We got proof of it. Oh my God, man. Oh God. Oh my God. We have proof of it. We have proof of it, ma'am. Ma'am, ma'am. We have proof of it. We have proof of it.
Okay, what's the proof?
The proof is look. The proof is if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you will be condemned in the afterlife. All right. Christ said, if you don't believe upon him, you are condemned already.
I'm not talking about what the Bible says. I'm talking about proof.
What are you talking? Oh my God,
wait
man.
Wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
I am talking about proof of the things that the Bible says. I am talking about proof of these things because the Bible claims that all of this is going to happen. Where is the proof?
Can I ask you a question?
The Bible claims.
Why you? So you don't believe that? All right.
Where is the proof?
So if anything the Bible says come to pass, don't that mean it's true?
No.
Oh
No,
my
but
God, man!
what did the
All right,
Bible?
you know what,
Can I
man?
ask you?
All right, you know what,
What did the
man?
Bible say that came to pass?
Oh my God, man! I can't do
It's
this.
actually,
I
just so you
can't
know,
do
it's
this.
actually the reverse. Yes, it's
Thank
if
you.
anything
I don't
the
want to.
Bible
I can't
says.
believe she said
No,
that.
it's the reverse of what you said. If anything that the Bible says it's wrong, then it's not fully true. But look, I think you and I can agree on something. You
All
love
right.
black people, right?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
I love black people too, man. I love being black.
Yeah.
You love our black babies.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have
What
3
can your
babies.
God do? Is there anything he can't do?
No, there's nothing. Nothing's impossible to God. No.
Wonderful. I love that. This is going to go well. I can tell. So, and you said we don't have power, but you have power.
No, you got power,
Right.
but you know.
I don't believe in this God, but you do. So you have power, right?
I mean, we all have power, whether you believe or
Okay,
not.
great.
Whether you believe or not, we have power.
Our black babies are 3 to 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than any other demographic of babies. What I would like for you to do is demonstrate. This is the proof. Like, I guarantee you, if you can change this, Lortz will be a Christian tomorrow. And I'll pay her to make sure she does.
No, you won't.
Right? No, I will. No, trust me.
No, you won't.
If whatever number Lortz comes up with, I will cash app it to her immediately. So,
no, you won't. No, you won't.
if you can ask your God, right?
Mm-hmm.
That will be all the proof I need to stop our black babies dying in the hospitals 3 to 4 times at a 3 to 4 times higher rate, and their mothers too. Can he do that?
Can he do that? Yes, he can.
All right. Here's what I'd like you to do. Hit me up when he's done that.
So my next question is, if he can, why isn't he?
What else do you want to? You have any more requests?
Well, the answer is that he can do it, but now you're going to tell us why he won't.
I didn't say I was going to tell you why he won't. Why are you adding to what? Why are you adding to what I'm saying? I didn't say that. You said that.
Because I said my next question would be, why isn't he? If he can save babies, why isn't he?
And I'm a level with you. I don't need nothing else. If he can ensure
You don't need nothing else?
that our black women and their babies are safe, I'll take care of the rest myself.
Oh my goodness, man. You know what's funny about that question? Yeah, that stuff happens. You know, okay.
There's no question.
All right, I'm asking a question now. You're here. How did you make it out of the womb?
No, you never answer my question.
No, he asked the question first, ma'am. He asked the question first. He asked it.
Why doesn't he?
All right. I mean, that's like him saying, why don't he stop a tsunami from killing?
No,
Nobody knows. No, we don't know. We don't know. I don't know.
About the babies.
We don't know. I don't know. I'm not God. Okay.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
You were honest. At least you were honest.
Hold on.
All right, but everybody should say that. Even you.
No, guess who? Everybody doesn't. All Christians don't say that. You know
No.
what Christian will tell us? Free will.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh my
God!
God.
Your God could not do. I thought that's what you were selling us.
Nothing's impossible.
No. I'm not selling you nothing. That's the truth. There is nothing he can't do.
Good. So that's the sales pitch. I get it. That's fine. Even if it's the truth, it's still a sales pitch, right? You're not telling.
That's fine. You're right. That's fine. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Now I'm telling you that the Wahite babies, they're not unaliving like this. The Asian babies are not unaliving like this.
Why is that, sir?
The black and indigenous babies are.
Why? Do you know why?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something. You said everything is possible for him.
I did.
Don't worry about why.
Don't worry about why.
He can't do it.
Oh my God, bro.
Hold on. Let's say the reason was because aliens were shooting the black.
No, that's not why.
Okay, great. It doesn't matter why.
It does matter why.
Powerful. Why? Tell me why the why matters.
Okay, because it'll give you more context of what is actually happening. Now, let me ask you, why do you think?
No. Tell me.
I just told you it's giving you better context of what's happening.
Why that doesn't matter. Let me tell you why that doesn't matter.
Oh my God, bro!
Is any of that context more powerful than your God?
No. What does that have to? But context is for understanding, sir. Context is.
Stop.
Oh my God,
Let's say
bro!
God had a plan for me, a purpose.
Yeah, he do.
And I wanted to jump in my pool and stop breathing. Whose will would be enacted, mine or God's?
Yours.
Mine is more powerful than God's?
Oh my God!
He doesn't consider.
Are you crazy, man?
No, I'm perfectly sane. I'm having sushi right now.
All right, so if you're not crazy,
This is a problem.
hold on, let me answer it. If you're not crazy, then answer. If you're not crazy, why would you look? The devil told Jesus Christ to jump off a mountain. Did he do it? No.
He did say that the angels would catch.
Yeah, and that's true. But he said, yeah, it does say that, and that's true. But it also says don't provoke the Lord your God. So don't do that.
That's great. Listen,
that's context, sir.
Now,
that's what context means.
Hold on. That's an excuse.
All right. Never mind, bro. Never mind.
I don't care about anything else.
We know you don't. We know you don't.
I'm gonna tell you what I do care about.
You don't care about it.
Black babies.
I understand that. We can all care about it, but context matters.
Hold on. Stop.
Yeah, all right.
Now you're irritating me.
I don't care if I'm irritated. What y'all gonna do? Drop me? Y'all always drop me.
I don't know why you're talking. We had a whole conversation where I said, is there anything your God cannot do? And you said, nah, he got you. My man is Kal-El from Krypton. And
I didn't say that.
Wait, what did you say he can't do?
I didn't say he's Kal-El from Krypton.
I added that for comedic value.
It ain't funny, bro.
It's hilarious because Kal-El is Superman. Presumably God is more powerful than Superman.
He is more powerful than Superman. Superman made up.
Great. So then
you're powerful. You're more powerful than Superman.
Well, then he's also more powerful than God.
Yeah. I mean,
Superman don't exist, sir.
Neither does God. But listen, again.
God does exist, sir.
Hold on. You're about to prove it. I don't know why we're doing all this blah, blah, blah. We've already set the rules. You said he can do anything he wants. You said you love our people. You did say that, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You said you love our babies, right?
That's right, yeah.
You said you're a believer in this clown of a God, right?
I'm not a believer in the clown of a God, no.
Okay, you're a believer in the Yahweh God.
That's right.
The Almighty. Right?
Yes. Get it right.
Great.
Yeah.
And he can do anything at all.
That's right.
And if he calls you a dog while doing it, all the better.
Oh my God, where are you going now?
Where I'm going is why are you so resistant to asking your God to save our black babies?
No. I do ask him to save our black babies.
Okay.
And
what's his response?
And
is it yes, no, or not now?
No. I'm not God, and I don't have the full understanding of why he don't respond to me when I want him.
Care about the black baby.
No. When I want him to do it, he do it when he's God. He's all knowing.
Okay, cool.
So the reason why I brought up Jesus Christ and ask you and the importance of the why for context is because there are elements of why they're unaliving our babies and why other nationalities of babies are surviving.
Yeah, tell us why.
All right, so I assume that you know that there's a certain thing called racism, and that they're purposely enacting it upon our people.
Which of those people?
I'm with you. Is racism more powerful than God?
Of course not.
So then I don't care about it.
Yeah, you should care about it. Let me tell you why, sir. You should care about it because if you believed in the tenets of God, if you were in the position to stop it, you would stop it yourself.
Hold on, time out.
Now it's time out. Look at that.
Yeah, let's rewind.
Now it's time out.
Did I tell you that there was nothing impossible for me?
Brother, come on, man.
Come on, nothing.
All right, brother. If you were in the position, wouldn't you stop it?
He's so better than God.
All right, then. And who would you be believing in order to do that?
Hold on. I would be believing in myself if I was in
No, you wouldn't. You would be believing in God.
Is not in a position to do it?
You would be believing in God, sir.
Hold on. No, if I was in the position to do it and I could stop it, I'd be believing in me. Are you saying God is not in the position to do it?
Brother, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
But
I'm saying that these people that are doing that to our people don't believe in God. Because God don't allow you to be unalive children. That's not permitted.
No. They do believe in God.
No, they don't.
Look, down the block from me, there's a Christian hospital. They believe in God there.
No, they don't.
What book? Hold on. The people that were bringing black bodies over here to sell them. What book do you think they were reading every Sunday?
Oh my God, bro!
You think God doesn't allow you to unalive children? Is that what you said?
Who said that?
Did you not say God doesn't allow you to unalive children?
That's exactly what I said. Now what? Now what you gonna come with? Something stupid like you always do?
When he commands it in the Old Testament, is that?
Yeah. I know. Like, but when they go into war, it's totally different. Man, we ain't talking about that. We talking about him in the we talking about children in the hospital, bro. We ain't talking about that.
Hey, guess.
You always bringing something up.
Let's say that every single person who works in a hospital doesn't believe in God. Is their disbelief more powerful than God?
No.
I don't care about that either. I don't know why it is that if this God is so powerful and he can do everything, and I guess, does he love black people?
Of course he does.
Great. I love that. I'll invite him to the next BET Awards dinner.
Oh my God.
And I assume that includes the babies.
Of course it includes the babies.
Okay.
Brother, but you already know why that is happening. That's why you don't want to talk about why.
No, I know why it's happening.
So why you don't want to talk about that?
I know, no. Because us talking about why it's happening excludes the guy who could stop it.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, that guy.
You know what's funny? You just asked me a question. If you were to jump in the pool and come on, man.
Hey, listen.
You're so bad at this.
Y'all pissing me off, man.
You're fucking garbage at this.
You pissing me off, man. Because you saying all these man.
Who's live, y'all?
You shutting it down?
Yeah.
I'm going live as soon as I'm done with this sushi.
Oh, sounds good. Everybody's getting sushi. Is Mac, does that mean you're going live?
Yo, Mac, are you going live?
Because the way he left. Oh, there he is.
No, that stupid pop-up came up. I was going to take out the trash. I was trying to take out the trash. Pop-up came up. I was going to take out the trash. And I accidentally, it said, like, are you sure you want to leave? And I wasn't trying to leave.
Fucking weirdos.
Oh, yeah, well, thank y'all so much. Y'all held it down. Listen, I expected to come back to the phone and we all be going.
Let me say one thing to Jeff that I think he might appreciate.
What happened?
On my live, I just want to say something to Jeff I think you might appreciate. On my live last night, there was a Christian, and my topic was, like, God despises women. And I was talking about the Canaanite woman. She said that this whole thing was an example of the woman used the reductio ad absurdum to beat Jesus in a debate. That's why the story's in there.
Wow.
Y'all don't gotta look at y'all.
Touche.
Sleeper no sleeping is a friendly y'all. I love when y'all say stuff don't clarify and they eat y'all up. I'm just joking. Y'all, that's a friendly lady. Y'all relax. Sleeper no sleeping, I got your messages. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. And best of luck to you. Listen, I had an amazing time listening to y'all as I was going to and fro. Christina, are we going to let go or our disagreement? Justin, I don't know what you're speaking about, beloved. But it doesn't matter, and it won't matter until Monday because I'm good and done for the week. So yeah, who's next? I'm trying to raid somebody. What's up? Where are we going?
Don't Zena go live on Fridays?
Is she live? I thought so. I
Let me see. I just got back. What happened to old boy?
we just dropped it.
We're done.
Oh.
Crystal's live. That's what she's live right now.
Crystal J?
Yeah, Crystal J is live.
All right, well, let's go.
It's like a Q&A, but I
Go there. Who she's doing decon Q&A with?
can't go over there.
Solanovo, I think.
Solanovo.
Solovino?
Yeah, that's his name. Solovino.
Oh, you can go over there. I don't mind. Not a Ray Thinker. Get Thinker, break you maniacs.
No, I was thinking about doing a live since I only did one live.
I mean, because if you want to, because we can, when you want to, like, because we could go, like, right now, if you want to do right now, like, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, let me see. We'll see how it go. Let me hop on right quick. I'll be right back.
Everybody, just wait a second. Don't be leaving because she's still in the box. We're not ready to leave already. We can't rate her if she's not on. Everybody, just hold your horses, buckos.
Going to see about.
Look at y'all. Somebody go grab that other fuck from earlier. Alien, think her better. I hope she blocked his ass. Justin Randall is interstate block evading. Interstate, get the fuck on. Why would you come? Y'all, I never will understand people constantly trying to vie to be in places where they are not appreciated. One place I'm never going to be is where I know the fuck I'm not wanted or not liked. I'm not hanging around. It's just strange behavior.
Another creep.
Zena live now? God damn.
Wait, Zena's live?
Somebody just said Zena's live.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one guest, so she just started. Or one viewer, I mean.
All right.
So,
I think Thinker will see she's on when she tries to go on. Y'all do want me around. Guess who? You keep telling yourself that. Okay, I will go to Zena's. She hadn't gone yet. Now, right there, I see you. All right, let's go do a Christina raid on Zena May. We love Zena May. You love Zena May. Let's go play with Zena May. Thank y'all, panel. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everybody tapped, shared, and gifted. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all Monday.
all right.
Now, just to recap, Lord knows I don't never want to come up there. I never want to come in there. I never want to talk to them. I think they're all weird, sometimes, but I don't know. Something compels me to do it. I don't know why. But anyway, I guess I'll just pray for them, that maybe they'll have a change of heart one day, and pray for them. And maybe I am being a fool for God, a fool for Christ, but I don't want to be a castaway. So it's like I have to continue on being, obeying the commandments of God and repentance for sins and getting rid of everything that is against and contrary to the will of God. I don't know. Maybe I am being a fool for this, but I don't know. But they always say that she just said it's strange behavior to come be somewhere we do not want it. Yet they always say Christians or believers request up. She says and professes, Christina says this and professes that this is strange behavior. If you don't believe in God, why are you constantly talking about him? That's strange behavior as well. Like, you don't want to be in their presence, but you're constantly talking about them. That is very strange. So y'all can see the contradiction, man. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? This is Guess Who. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm in the capacity of being a watchman. You know what I'm saying? Watching over, you know what I mean? These that's going on in TikTok, man. Man, you know, let's live the life of his design so our life will be divine for the rest of our lifetime, man. And just pray for these people, man. Because they clearly have shut their ears off, you know, and hearts and minds off to even hearing the Bible. But yet, they're constantly in the Bible. You notice that? Like, you claim you don't believe in it, but you're constantly in it. That's very strange behavior. Just as strange as they say that me coming up there. But they request for people like me to come up there. Like, that's contradictory. So, very weird. She said, keep telling yourself that, Guess Who? Like, this, it's crazy, man. Like, even common sense tends to leave when you leave God. Your common sense can depart from you. And I pray every day that never happens to me. I don't ever want to do this. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to sign off, man. Y'all be blessed, man. God bless everybody, man. Y'all live the life of your designs so you can have a good time for a lifetime. Live the life of his designs so your life will be divine for the rest of your lifetime, man. Have a blast past a while now in the greater later. This gets to the watchman, you know what I mean? Here lacing your brain with some of this incredible and glorious game once again, man. I'm signing off, man. Grace, peace, and blessing to all y'all. Peace.